Hi, this is Ike from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got a book to read for you. Today's book is Baby Gonzo Marvelous Tent for 1991. So let's get started. Yahoo! Shouted Baby Fozzie, and he turned a somersault. Whoosh! Shouted Baby Piggy as she twists in the circle, pretending to be a ballerina. Yippee! Shouted Baby Kermit as he tried a handstand. It was laundry day in the nursery, and the floor of the room was filled with sheets about to go in the wash. Everyone always felt especially bouncy on laundry day. They usually spent laundry day rolling in the sheets, pretending to be ghosts and running around making lots of noise. Unusually, Gonzo got as worked up as anyone in the nursery on laundry day, but this day, the bounciness and the noise was getting to him. I don't want to play a loud game, he thought. I want to play my own kind of game. A quiet game, but how can I do that on laundry day? At last, Gonzo had an idea. He picked up a sheet from the floor and took it over to his crib. Then he draped the sheets over the crib. It hung down on the floor. I made a tent, he said proudly. Gonzo went inside the tent. It, it had cozy walls and soft sheet leaf floor. It was very, very private. This is great, he said. At first, he could not. At first, he could still hear the others being bouncy and jumpy, but the sound in the room began to fade as Gonzo drifted away to a magical land. He peeked outside the tent door. He was not in the nursery anymore. Now his tent would pitch on the edge of a beautiful meadow, surrounded on three sides by the tall trees, and on the fourth side by a bubbling brook. The mellow grass was filled with pink, yellow, blue, purple, and white wildflowers. Overhead flew lovely songbirds, chirping and swooping through the air. This place is fantastic, said Gonzo, coming out of the tent and tickling his feet in the lush, mellow grass. He walked across the meadow to the brook. He touched the water with his hand. It felt cool and refreshing. Next to the brook, Gonzo was surprised to discover a picnic lunch laid out on the red and white checkered tablecloth. It was lunch big enough for a crowd. There were stacks of sandwiches, bowls of vegetables, heap of fruits, pitcher of punch, and even a delicious chocolate cake. I wonder who this food is for, thought Gonzo. As Gonzo stood in wonder, he heard a familiar voice. Gonzo, it called. Oh, there you are. What are you doing? Gonzo spun around to see who was calling him, and there with his head sticking out of the tent was Kermit. Hi, Kermit, said Gonzo. I was just having my own quiet time. Do you want to come here? Wait, do you want to come have a picnic with me? Sure, said Kermit. Can we come too? Called everyone. They had a They had all piled into Gonzo's tent to see what he was doing. Of course you can, said Gonzo, but I want this to be a quiet game, okay? That's why I came here. We'll be quiet, said Kermit. It's your game. Then come help me eat all this food, said Gonzo. Piggy looked out of the tent. Oh, she said softly. It's so pretty. One by one, they tiptoed out of the tent into the beautiful meadow. They listened to the bird chirping and the brook blabbering. Then they sat peacefully and ate the delicious picnic lunch. As they dipped their toe into the water, Gondo laid under a shaded tree, happily watching his friend. I did it, he said to himself. I found a way to have a quiet time on laundry day. And then he closed his eyes. So that was Baby Gonzo Marvelous 10th for 1991. So if you like, subscribe, share, and comment, have a groovy day with no vehicle coming out real soon.